Hello. All right, I got new glasses today. I'm all set. So, building up our brain. This is episode, I believe, this is episode 3. So, thank you so much for joining. The concept about how we can build up the brain. Everybody, the buzzword now is bangs. The buzzword now is how do we continuously build a better brain? Resiliency, overwhelm, stress, threshold, all of that we're going to unpack today. So have you ever had a week where it's so many things go? I know you have them. And this last week was definitely, I am no stranger to that. I am not immune to that. So definitely there are days where it could be actually weeks where you think and realize and perceive that so much life is coming at you. Have you ever thought that? Whether it's literally one thing and the next one, the next and the next. And in my research on the difference between the stress that the body takes on, the stories that we create in our head, what is actually stress felt in the body and what is overwhelm. And there's a difference between the two. When we are overwhelmed, we are taking on whether it is things that are in our control. So whether it is things that we have said we have to do this, but are other people telling us that we have to do that? Or is it out of our control? So if you're going through your day and then your car breaks down, going through the day and then you need gas and going through the day and then your stove breaks, going through the day and then the kid needs to be picked up from school, going through your day and the dogs have an accident in the house, going through it. So all of these are, or other people ask you to do things. Really, they are not of our choosing, and we didn't bring them on. Versus days where there is stress because we have to do this thing, and this thing, and this thing. They could be of our own choosing. What I mean by that is I choose to go to the gym. That is of my choosing. Sometimes I have to go in the morning because that is when the best time for me to go is. I also like to prepare healthy food. So that is of my choosing. So I choose to spend time in that. Those are just examples of things that are life is coming at us, not of my choosing or of my choosing. So I find it very helpful. So this is brain building tip of the week. To think about what in your life you are doing of your choosing. Going for a walk outside, even if it's nasty and cold. Putting your gym clothes on and moving your body. Taking time to do breath work. And that's what I want to unpack today, actually. So we have so many tabs open in our brain. And it's a little bit more for women because I think it's a little bit more for women. I know it's definitely in my case that I have, we have to do the after school, we have to get the bedtime, we have to get the kids to this, have they done homework, do I have food in the house, what are we going to have, the dogs, my jobs, right? So there's many open loops, open tabs. So when we feel the stress coming on, a really good thing to do is to say, I'm feeling stressed right now. I'm feeling overwhelmed. Overwhelmed means I need to shut down. Stress means if there are many things that I'm doing that the body, of my choosing, I have to go from here, I have to go from here, I have to have a very time-oriented, you have a very time-oriented day. One thing to help manage the stress is to put time blocks in between your activities, if possible. When we feel taking no more decisions, no more, the body can take in no more information. Maybe I'm not very too much about it. When we are overwhelmed, a good thing to do is I feel overwhelmed right now. I need to take a break. It doesn't mean I need to sleep for hours. It just means I need to help myself regulate. And that means for me, in a brain building tip of the week, is breath work. And that is just focusing on your breath. We don't have to meditate for 20 minutes on the couch, but when we can lie down, and I suggest lying down, if it is the ability to take 20 deep breaths, if it's the ability to do a breath work session that you're focusing on your breath. Why is breath important? Because it is the kind of the link between our go nervous system and our rest and digest. It is the link. So if we can retrain the brain to say, okay, I'm in this right now, I'm in stress, and I need to get in here. Breath work is the best and fastest way, well, not the best maybe, but in my mind, but it is one of the fastest ways, one of the ways you can access your breath at any time, whilst you're not doing anything else. So if you're lying down on the couch, I like to lie down on the couch, actually with my knees propped up, so in the 90 position, focusing on our breath. You want to put your hand on your heart, focus on in and out. You focus on nothing else. And what that does is the link between I am in stress and I need to get into rest. And it links and it flips the toggles, if you will, toggles the switch from one to the other. So brain building tip of the week, really do some research on what is a good breathwork practice for you. Maybe it's, on YouTube there's a ton of it. I like to do box breathing, which is for, I'm going to link here my YouTube video on box breathing, or mountain breathing. That slows everything down. So it's 4 up the mountain, hold, and it's 4 down. So just think it's the link between on and go, and under to rest. That's the first brain building tip of the week. Second brain building tip of the week would be actually get everything out of all your tabs closed. All your tabs closed specifically at the end of the day, because if you go to bed with all those tabs open, you're not going to sleep. It's just get a piece of paper, get a journal, brain dump, and get all that stuff out. All of the, not the feelings, but more of the to-dos. All of the things that you didn't get done that day. Whatever it was, write it down and get it out. Those are my 2 brain building tips for the week. Understanding when the body is, so let's go there. When the body is in that overwhelm, did we bring it on? Is it of my choosing or is it not of my choosing? Label it. So I'm feeling overwhelmed right now, I need a break. What do I need? I always go to the breath, I always lie down. Or do I need to go outside and take a nice deep breath? Do I need to turn my face to the sun? Do I need to have a drink of water? Usually when we're in that go, we don't need food, but we do need water. Get some sort of breathwork practice so we can focus on what our body is feeling and getting from the stress to the rest, and then get all of that, those open loops, open tabs gone. So that kind of cleans the slate. Yeah, they're still going to be there. Yeah, we're still in school. We're still going to have a ton to do, but they're not going to stay open. So whatever we forgot or didn't get a chance to do, show yourself compassion also when we're in that room. If we can recognize the pattern, we can actually begin to see what was the trigger here. Did I bring it on myself? Did I say I'm going to do this, and this, and I've only got this and this done? Then I'm giving myself some of the brain building to do, because give your brain a pause between activities. Actually, this might be a video on its own, which is not necessarily time to walk in. But if I have to go to the bank, I have to do this, I have to do errands, I have to do kids. If you didn't budget any time in between, and something happens to throw you off, that can cause us stress because we're going against the clock. So always build in a little bit of a time gap in between activities and in between tasks that you have to do. So I hope you find this helpful. I will be doing broadcasts every Monday, boosting and building a better brain. So until then, continue to build a better brain and live with passion and joy. I'm also going to suggest that for any other free resources, and I have lots of them, click on my YouTube bio, and there's some free suggestions in there and some free links and downloads that you can grab. So until we meet again.